Give me your phone real quick. Let me see that. You're reading the article? I don't need it for that long.
Just send out the phone.
Okay, y'all, so listen. I just seen this article, and it made my fucking blood boil. Because I understand this girl so much. Not that necessarily the same thing happened to me, but I don't know how to explain it, but like, so this girl, y'all, some of y'all know I went to this program called Turnabout Ranch, right? And it's literally like, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's just a bunch of old people who get to basically boss kids that have been abused or have problems at home or just had a troubled life, and they act out because of it. So that Dr. Phil and parents send their kids here for these people for the kids to actually get more traumatized.
That's not like people send them there.
Well, they don't know. No, I'm saying they don't know they're sending their kid here for this. But when you send your kid to this facility, your child just gets more traumatized. It's called Turnabout Ranch, right? So my mom just showed me this article. Woman says she was punished at Turnabout Ranch after reporting a sexual assault. So I haven't really talked much about my time there, but there was a time over about 2.5 weeks. There was a time around like 2.5 weeks where simply for talking upstairs in the loft where all the girls would sleep, for talking there, right, for talking and singing songs together, we were forced to sit outside in the cold. They would feed us foods they knew we specifically didn't like. They would make us pick up horse shit. They would make us walk an arena. They actually made me walk the arena, me and the other girls, for 5 days straight without letting. Now you're supposed to let the kids, even if they're in trouble, you're supposed to let the kids change their clothes every day, and then they're supposed to shower every 3 days. They did not let us shower. They did not let us change our clothes. I don't even think they let us shower over the whole 2 weeks. They made me walk in the arena, and I got athlete's foot from it. They wouldn't let me change my socks. I got athlete's foot from it, and I had a UTI. I told the nurse I had a UTI from them not letting me change my underwear. I told them I had this UTI, right? I told the nurse, she said, "You're just looking for an excuse to go to the hospital so you can run away." Now, meanwhile, this whole facility is in the middle of Escalante, Utah. And even the hospital, it's a small town. There's only about 500 people that live there. This town is very small. Like I said, it's only about 4 blocks. The hospital is in the same area now this place is literally 2 hours from any main city. If you try to run anywhere, you're either going to get eaten by coyotes or you're just going to fucking die from the freezing weather. Even if you go to the hospital, now the hospital is about 15 minutes from the facility. If you go to run away, it's the same thing as running away from the facility. So if I was trying to run away, why wouldn't I just run from the place? Like, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm small and shit. Like, I'm not just going to be chasing bears out here and shit. Like, the fuck would you like? These people are so fucking dumb. Like, when I tell you so fucking dumb, I can't even fucking explain it to you. And so after this 2 weeks of us being malnourished, not being able to bathe, not being able to fucking speak to anybody, not being able to talk to our therapist, nothing. Not being able to send our parents letters. Now, at this place, you're supposed to be here for around 100 days. So around 3 months, right? I was extended. I had to stay there for 3 months. For an extra 3 months for no fucking reason. They lied to my mother all because the people there seen the Dr. Phil show and knew that I had some steam when I had some steam on the internet. So they wanted me to stay there for an extra 3 months just to fuck with me. They lied to my mother. Now you can't talk to your parents on the phone, right? You only get to see your parents. They get to come to Utah and see you for 3 days on your 50-day mark. Then they get to see you when they come pick you up for graduation. I was sending my mom letters telling her how they weren't feeding us. They were feeding us food. Like, they would try to feed me peanut butter. I don't fucking fucking eat peanut butter. And I made that clear multiple times. Even when it was time to eat food there, I made it clear multiple times, like, oh, I don't really like peanut butter, I don't really like peanut butter. And even on the days when I wasn't in trouble, when I was just, like, living my life there, whatever's on the menu, you have to take a certain amount of each. And if you don't eat everything that's on your plate, they literally, they force you to eat it. Or you could go sit in a desk and face the wall and be fed fucking cornflakes and fucking peanut butter sandwiches and cold ramen. They literally make the ramen 30 minutes before it's time to serve dinner and then give it to you when it's cold. They'll purposely put it in the fridge. Like, these people are fucking evil. When I tell you, I can't even explain how. I get it, like, taking the privileges away and stuff, but to a certain degree. You don't have to fucking not let kids eat. And I understand, like, oh, if you do something wrong, you gotta walk a couple laps or something. But taking kids' food is not a privilege. Like, your parents are fucking spending $100,000 to send you to this place, and you're not even feeding them? But anyways, so after that whole 2 weeks of all that, like I said, not being able to shower, not being able to write my mom letters. By the way, my mom didn't receive any of those letters that I sent her about them not feeding me, how I had a UTI, how they wouldn't let me change my clothes, how I don't even know how the UTI went away. This bitch would not give me fucking medication. She would not. She refused. She swore I was lying up and down. When I never had I think I had one sick day there when my throat was sore. That's it. And I did have a sore throat from being out in the cold. And this was within that 2 weeks, and I told them, and they wouldn't even give me cough syrup, nothing. I was coughing, I was all that shit. I had a little bit of a fever. They still made me sit outside in the cold. You know when you have like that head cold and like your throat is sore and you just feel like, ugh. That's that feeling I had. And I had it for about 4 or 5 days. And this bitch wouldn't give me nothing for it. Not even a fucking cup of tea. So anyways, so 2 weeks. So after that whole 2.5 weeks of all that, hold on, wait, let me get some water. So after that whole 2 weeks of that, right? Hold on. After that whole 2 weeks of that, me and one of the girls that were there, she was very attention seeking. Me and her were cool, but she was very attention seeking. And she tried to tell me, like, just for attention, like, you know, wanted to feel special. She told me that one of the male staff there was, like, saying how he loved to spend time with her. And she thinks she's really pretty and all that. I don't believe a word she said, right? I know she was just making this up for me to think she was cool or whatever. But anyways, so I told one of the staff, because now my ass had just been in trouble for fucking 2.5 weeks. I wanted to be able to eat. I wanted to be able to shower. I wanted to be able to take care of myself. I didn't want to fucking do all that extra shit. So I told the staff, I was like, look, blah, 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 said this, that, and the third to me. Like, I don't know how y'all want to take care of that, but just know all I did was hear it. I got in trouble. I didn't even say anything back to her, nothing. All I did was go instantly report it to staff. And I got in trouble for talking bad about a staff member. Same thing. For another week, my ass was out there in the cold. No shower, no food, none of that. Bro, these people make you fucking sleep on a hardwood plank with no pillow in a sleeping bag. Like, these people are so fucking evil. Now, meanwhile, when I was there, a murder happened. This kid who supposedly drank bleach, I don't believe he drank bleach. I just believe he was like, y'all not doing this to me. Fuck no. And he hit one of the staff members over the head with a crowbar and killed him. And there was kids so there's 2 facilities. The first facility where you go to is Roundy. You're there for about 2 weeks for your level 1 and where you start your level 2. And then you go to the barn. And so the Roundy one, it's literally like a log cabin. There's no beds, none of that. It's just these little insert things that are wood, and you sleep in a sleeping bag. You don't get no pillow, none of that. Your food, you can't have any condiments. All you drink is water and fucking powdered milk.
She says the same exact thing you just said about punishment.
Yeah, I know. So I just told y'all that, right? Now let me read you what the girl said.
In retaliation.
In what appeared to me being punished for reporting my abuse, I was required to spend extra time picking up horse manure, walking in circles around a horse corral, which is the arena, sitting in a desk facing a wall for hours, and forced to labor outside in below freezing temperatures and sleep on a wooden plank with no pillow. Am I fucking lying? These people are just so, my hatred is like reading this made my fucking blood boil because I can only imagine how many students this happened to.
How much nightmares from campfire?
What?
When you smell fire?
Oh, when in the for the roundy thing, you were forced to sit in this little teepee thing for 3 days when you first got there, and the smell of fire, because they make you light your own fire and stuff to keep warm. You're out